is obviously the Old Turtle Club.
The
only floating tavern in Texas. Well, not only did the group, the Power Trust at Barge, take over the Turtle Club, but they got all the real estate leading up to the Turtle Club.
All the way to
Nass Road 1. Yeah. Well, you know. So anyway.
Really?
So they've developed a waterfront venue, a stage, sand volleyball courts, horseshoes and cornhole and all that stuff. You know, separate bars. So it's called The Yard at Barge 295. And they're going to have Battle of the Bands, prelims number 1. It's this weekend. And as you kind of teased our buddy Joe who's been on the show.
In disguise.
They're going to be one of the many bands competing. So prelims are Saturday, February 21st and 28th. And the finals are Saturday, March 6th.
How does one get involved in that event if they're going to be in part of the Battle of the Bands?
I think they're... Okay, so check out, I guess, The Yard at Barge 295 Facebook page, which you can actually... Go to the Galactic Coast Power Hour Facebook page, see the post from today, click on the link and go there and probably, contact them and see if you can get your band involved in that. Although, you don't have to, and if you don't have a band, you just come out and drink beer and drink Bakfish and listen to the live music. And that, I spent way more time on that one show than I thought I would for the Weekend Brew. But okay, let's just real quickly, we'll go through other events coming on. Scout Bar, Friday Spasmatics tomorrow.
Yep.
Saturday's a pretty interesting show, and I put all this into their ad into the scene, but there's
Dead Set Red.
No, it's the Agrolites.
Yes.
So I looked them up today. They have almost 500,000 Facebook followers. So that in my mind, that's a big band, right? So it's them, Los Scarnels, the Stratos. And I've been drinking beer all, for like the last hour or so.
You're fucking murdering these names,
Tropics, the Heights Funk Collective, which I've seen them play.
The Heights
awesome.
Funk Collective.
They're like the 4th band down on this list, and they're awesome.
Dude, they played...
Noe from Cassette Tape, he's a drummer for that. Okay.
They played at Chris Hardy's...
Oh, We'll Play for Food.
Yes.
That's actually where I saw them.
And whooped ass. Those guys were badass. Anyway,
So T-Bone Toms, tonight Pirates and Poets, tomorrow Unusual Suspects, Saturday the Blackguards. Celtic rock. Yeah. And I'm running through this real quick. Jackie's Brickhouse tonight, Jeff Canada. Tomorrow's Diamond Jack, which if you're not familiar with Madigan and Rat Ranch.
Madigan's a badass.
Madigan and Rat Ranch, kind of some of the members formed what's now Diamond Jack.
I was wondering where Madigan went.
Yeah. So Diamond Jack. And then Saturday is Radio Duran and Blondish. So we're talking about Duran and Blondie tribute bands at Jackie's Brickhouse tomorrow, Saturday, January 22nd. And there's so much more. Pick up the C Magazine, but we're gonna go ahead and keep visiting with our friends at Bakfish. Actually, before we visit, obviously y'all have a lot going on this weekend, right? I mean, the beer's flowing.
I'm gonna shamelessly promote.
There's no shame. You're hosting us.
Plug. Tomorrow we do have a beer release.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Or maybe it's not breaking news, but beer release news.
We're going to release a red IPA, 7.8% ABV.
Damn.
Yeah,
what's the name?
We didn't name this small batch. It's just a red IPA. But,
you should name it Prince Harry.
Sounds good.
We could have named it after Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb is a red ginger.
Canadian Prince Harry or something, or I don't know, Freckles, or I don't know, there's all kinds of things.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to name our small batches, but we're pumping them out
right?
so
I
fast
know you are.
Now.
That's what got. That got my attention. I've been very impressed. That's
the holidays, man. People were thirsty, so we're now we've been playing catch up
from the holidays, right?
Again, supply and demand. It's a good problem to have. So this guy's working like a dog right now.
With a Bakfish Chinese star on his shirt.
Dude, I love the Bakfish shirt game.
Dude, that is
what
a cool
was
shirt.
What was the one y'all had a
shirt.
holiday shirt that, God, what was it?
Are you talking about the Dr. Seuss shirt?
I think it was, yeah.
One fish.
Yes,
yeah.
One fish.
Yeah.
One fish, two fish,
Bakfish.
Brewfish.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. Mm-hmm. Strong.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was actually inspired by our buddy Skylar down at Galveston Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Skylar's awesome guy.
Love Skylar.
Skylar's awesome dude.
So, and also, there's so many cool events y'all have coming on. There's an event that at one point I'm gonna come with my family. It's the books at Bakfish. And you all have been doing that for a couple of years now. I mean, I'm embarrassed that we haven't come to it yet, but because it's exciting for me. It's an event that you can get the whole family involved with.
Especially being out here in the suburbs, we have tons of families that.
I've noticed that y'all have a lot of family friendly events.
We do, yeah. We're family friendly. We're dog friendly. So we try to host events that are geared towards every age.
That's one thing me and Bianca were talking about before the show was the culture here is very much of the working man and the family.
Family, yeah.
And that is such a great culture to encourage and have here. There's little girls right over here on this table over here playing with their running around. You probably heard them early in the show. You just didn't know that that's what it was. But that really brings it to the vibrance of what y'all have going here is the family culture that is being brought, and I can so appreciate that.
Yeah, and that comes from, you start a place that you want to be at. I've got a couple of little kids at home.
That's right, yeah.
I don't feel bad bringing them here, and I don't think anybody else should either.
Actually, it's funny because Chris's son and my son, my oldest, are about the same age. So during the summer, they're up here playing while we're working.
So how old's that, 45?
Yeah.
No, playing. No. I know Chris. I mean, I know you had kids over at Ed White. You still there? Or? Yeah. So we got kids in the same elementary school.
I've got a
good old Ed White eats them.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
They've probably bullied each other.
And another huge event that we're working on, it's going to be super family friendly as well. We're doing the second year of Music to My Beers Fest.
Ooh.
So this is the second year we're doing it. It's a craft beer and music festival. Originally, it was to highlight the breweries outside of the 610 Loop here in the South. This year, we're expanding that to include more independent breweries. Again, we're going to have several bands, so it's going to be a great time. Bring the kids out. It's going to be family friendly.
Now, when is this?
That'll be in May up in the Pearland Town Center area.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
It'll be May 16th from 2 to 9. We're literally about to roll out with all the information that you need to.
All the bands and the breweries and all.
Got all the bands booked.
Right.
Y'all,
So
we're not going to roll it all out. You know me. I'm going to tease it.
I know.
Right.
I know one band that might be ready to play.
Is it yours?
Acoustic duo. Yeah, might be ready to go.
You heard it here first.
Hell
Mark
yeah.
your calendars. What's the date?
May 16th.
May 16th.
Music to My Beers.
Music to My Beers.
That's awesome.
Nice. Awesome.
Year 2.
2.0.
Yes.
Nice. That's so much better than a lot of events. The first inaugural, that always gets me crazy.
No, a lot of people say first annual.
Yeah,
first annual.
That bugs me because
it's either it's the first or it's the inaugural.
It's either inaugural or second annual. It's like first annual. Where were y'all last year?
Hey, so Bianchi, you brought us some beer while we did the weekend brew. What are we drinking now?
I brought you Defying Gravity.
Defying Gravity.
That's what I thought it was. Awesome. Yeah. You know what we like.
Well, he said he doesn't even consider a beer unless it's 8% or more. So.
Yep. No, I've been a big fan of this beer since day one. Yeah.
Can't go backwards.
I'm making sure y'all say nothing but good things about it. So.
No, you're doing great.
I don't think there's anything bad to say.
No, I don't know what it would be.
Until the hangover in the morning.
I mean, you would maybe really, Chris is too tall. I don't know. I mean, what would we say?
He does give the highest of fives.
We are. We are beer drinking professionals.
And the highest of lows, fives, right? Because this low 5 is higher than a lot of people's high 5.
It's higher than a lot of low 5s. I think you got that backwards.
Right, okay. I probably did.
You got it. You got it, Bakfish, bro.
Yeah. Well, we kind of have a history of when we do shows at breweries, it gets a little sketchy. A little
sketchy. But we're glad to be here.
Oh, yeah. So
Super
excited
fun.
to be here, yeah. Took us 2 hours to set up our stuff. Sorry it took so long to set up, but
so when I got here, Bianca greeted me almost off the bat. We go in the back. Caleb's brewing a beer in the back as we're talking, finishing brewing a beer, and the smell in the back is just
magic.
magic. I can smell grains and beer brewing and yeast and beer refining itself. So
I'm like, I must be immune to it. I'm
pretty
like, I just walk
pretty
back
magical
there,
experience.
work.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's been we don't.
I love
We're
walking.
no longer in breweries every day like we used to be.
Yeah,
so, yeah
I love walking into a brewery and smelling grains. Is usually the first thing you smell, which is what I smell when I walk through the door. And then I smelled like yeast fermenting from your blow-offs. And then I look over and I tell Bianca, I was like, hey, there's a beer brewing over there. And then I smelled it, and I'm like, okay, I'm complete. I'm complete. Everything's going on.
If I'm here, a beer is brewing.
That is awesome.
Truth.
Hey, that's your job, buddy, and we expect nothing less.
Although
get those taps filled.
That's a multiple hour commitment every time,
Yeah,
though, right?
it
I
is.
mean,
Yeah.
because you can't start and leave.
No. 8-hour deal.
Yep.
8 hours.
This guy has been like.
It don't
working
matter
like
if
a
it's
dog
30
right now.
barrels or 1 barrel. It's 8 hours. 8 hours.
Or more.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on how much cleaning you have.
There's always a lot of that.
Yeah, that's
So our I don't know about in the CIA where you were. In the Mastronauts, we had a guy named Mike Wiley, the Force, who to me coined the phrase. I don't know if he coined the phrase, but he was like, if you like doing dishes, you're gonna love brewing beer.
Yep.
You're gonna love it.
Sounds right. Yeah.
or if you don't like cleaning dishes, you won't like brewing.
Yeah,
beer.
you won't like
something
brewing beer.
that. Yeah, one way or another. Yeah.
When my buddy came down from California and I brewed a beer for him, he was like, man, this looks like a lot of work, dude.
I'm like, I don't understand how they can do that, but they can't take the trash in the office out.
Because at that
on
point,
Chris. That's on Chris.
at that point, they're fucking done, Bianca. Okay, they're done. They're fucking done.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing. I wear many hats, but my janitor hat is worn the most.
Dude, that's what I consider myself. Everybody always thought that like it's a hero job being a brewer. I'm like, no, you're a fucking janitor.
Yeah.
You're a janitor. That's what you do. You clean stuff. You take trash out. Until Bianca's like, what about the trash in the tap room and your
We'll have to make that Instagram post.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the paper because I was making beer.
Yeah, so the guys, they literally come here and they deal with me, and then they go home and they have to deal with their wives. So it's like they just can't get a break. They can't get a break.
So Bianca, what were you doing before you joined the awesome Bakfish team?
So actually, I was in school. I went to UHCL, University
Oh,
of
okay.
Houston Clear Lake.
Yeah, nice.
Got my degree in communications.
Very cool.
Wow, Carrie's an alma mater. My wife Carrie is an alma mater of UHCL in communications.
Oh, we'll be best friends then.
Right?
That
I think
makes
so.
sense why we have such a similar background.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
really, I started out with these guys. I applied for a marketing position, never heard anything back.
Never heard anything Bakfish?
Yeah, and then so I got a job doing as a brand ambassador for them. Doing samples at HEB and stuff like that. Eventually, a sales position became available. I really wasn't down for that, but all the employees convinced me to apply, and I did. It obviously worked out. I remember telling Chris that I was interested in marketing. And he was like, oh, well, we don't have a full-time need for it. And I was like, yes, you do. I was like, and I'm going to show you that you do. So I actually did sales and marketing
Nice.
for...
Dun, dun, dun.
That's just my personality. But I actually did sales and marketing for a full year. I did both positions. And then after that year mark, Chris was like, all right, you're going full-time marketing. So here we are.
Awesome.
And it's one of those things I completely undervalued as a brewer. It's like, no, the beer's going to sell itself. It's going to be great. That kind of thing. And she's proven me wrong in that point. So, kudos to Bianca.
It's good to be wrong sometimes. It really is.
Well, and it kind of force multiplies because you already had good beer, and then you've got a talented marketer, and then just exponentially.
Yeah, and going back to the seltzer thing, one of the things, like I said, we had a long-running campaign for it. One of the things I told Chris is, we're going to tell people the story. We're not going to let people, we support all craft. You know, whatever that is, and that's our message, and it's just about bringing more people in our door.
I call it control.